sure. To be sure. Great rising, y'all. Great risings. Raw today, even when it's raining. Get your mats. Get your weights. That's what you're going to do. Get your chair. Stand up if you walk in place. Line up if you walk wall to wall. Jump on your bikes. Start your treadmill. I gotta shave my head, the back of my head, my itchy. Come on. Move. Hey, new subscribers. Thanks for coming on a walk. Thanks for walking with me. Thanks for exercising with me. Because it don't mean a thing. The song is great. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. It don't mean a thing if you ain't exercising. At least do a stretch outs, some curls. Oh man, yes. The stiffness is real. I kid you not. I was stretching out on the floor. I did my chest openings. Iced old lady day. She a little better, but whew, she don't like exercising. Yes, y'all. Thanks for coming on the walk, and thanks for subscribing, y'all. Oh, I know we're gonna talk about games, but I have to tell y'all, I made contact with Jamaica. I said, as soon as VP Harris picks her running mate, I would contact Tamika. So I know that would free me up, and it did instantly. But Tamika said, I texted her, I said, you nailed it with Kamala. Even though she said, wow, something big, something big, something big, that was the something big. And she texted me back, she said, she's the Trojan horse against the Antichrist. I had to put that in my language. It's positive defenders against negative destroyers. I don't get it. I mean, I do. I understand history. Fucked up, but it is what it is. But it seems all my life on this penal colony, it has to always be, we're going after the blacks. We're going after the blacks. And the blacks ain't going to have the place. And the blacks ain't vote. And the blacks is going to bow. And the blacks this. And the blacks ain't get up. And we're going to step on the blacks. Knowing your ass is black the whole damn time. That's what's tearing me up. The earth didn't make no white people. They made European Africans. Or African Europeans. First come out of Africa, second come out of Africa. And then it's according to your area, your region, your weather, climate, etc., etc., etc. But you spent all these years inbreeding. And finally, I'm alive to see the results of all those hundreds of years of European Africans inbreeding. And if blacks can't have this, and blacks can't have that, and blacks, that's all they know. All I want to know. So, Yeah, I'm registered to vote. Yep. I'm gonna vote for whoever can stop these inbred robot Borgs. I don't know if y'all remember Star Trek. I am Borg. We are Borg. We are Borg. To stop that, I'm down. Hey, thanks for your comment. Thanks for coming on the walk. Because We Are Borg only knows one thing. Zooming straight in. I work with the mentally challenged. They zoom straight in on that thing and they hold it forever. They still say black people trying to take their jobs. Though Orange Shitbag said, what, the Mexicans gonna take the black jobs? See what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get to the topic at hand. Now oh shoot, I kind of thought something was going on. I was living in Mount Vernon. I told you all about Bill Howard, the artist, and the artist group, and we were going to get there, we were going to get this building. We were going to do programming, after school programming, arts, music, theater, jewelry making, whatever the artist that lived in the building, whatever her talent was, she would share it with the kids. And 10 hours a week. So that area was so bad. Them gangs was like running it. But again, I tell you, that goes back to the government. It was a zoned area where they knew the criminals were, and the police knew to drop, I call them patty rollers. Hey, thanks for coming on a walk. I'll read your message on the break. And they knew it. They used the neighborhood for their grants because there was a lot of fighting crime and fighting gang grants. And I couldn't understand it. Every time I came out my door, I saw candles, sometimes on all corners, memorial candles. I could come out, ambulance shit, stuff there, the gloves, whatever pack they used and they tore open. Yeah. I was like, what's going on? Then you go outside, in the afternoon, just going to the store. And you see this, what do they call it? When a group of people run at you. If you don't move out the way, they'll squash you. I can't think of the word right now. But, that's what we used to have. Someone would shoot and you would take off, and if you weren't able to jump out the way fast, trample. I heard they trample you. I said, what is going on? So, I went to the churches, and I said, look at here. Ain't y'all looking for souls? That's what I didn't know what I know now. I said, ain't y'all looking for souls and stuff? These kids are out here in pain. I called around to all the churches. You have programs. These kids are here on the corner. Oh, y'all heard that crack? The kids are here on the corner. Why can't you come out and talk to them and help them? And I got no response. So then I said letters. No response. Look at Lady Day. Look at her. All the work I did. I know I'm over my hip. That's what she's saying. It ain't me. I think I'm talking to the cameras and I'm leaning in. So, okay. Let's see. Alright. That's what it is. So, they didn't do anything. I didn't understand. I joined the NAACP. I brought up this membership through food. Once a month Sunday, I made every kind of chicken wing you could think. Lemon chicken wing, barbecue chicken. It all had to be dried because they was coming from church. Finger sandwiches. Everything to get their attention. They say, these kids, they don't like each other. You gotta do something. Ain't you into doing something business? And nothing. So then I went to the schools. Board of Ed. I said, what y'all doing? Well, how is all these gang people coming about? Where are your programs? They said, we don't have programs. Only for the middle schools, because they found out that basically folks wasn't making it out of middle school. So, I was like, wow. So I told y'all that whole thing, how I went against the Board of Education. I put a petition, getting rid of them if they didn't put in volunteer training, because if you ain't gonna give them an after school program, at least give them a reference so they can get their job when it comes time for them to work. Anyway, it's muggy out here, y'all. Anyway, that it happened eventually, the volunteering for job references. I was like, oh, I'm not working for free. You get a job reference. Go get a job and not be able to put a name under that reference. That's when you find out you wasn't working for free. You was working for that name, that person they could call and see how you work. So, time goes on. I finally leave Mount Vernon. It was a lot. And I found out, yeah, it had a lot to do with the police. City Hall, you get more money if your neighborhood is in trouble. All the grants and shit like that the government has for those areas, you got to have those areas in order to get money. So then, I started, even while I was there, I started getting a lot of books on the gangs. Written by gang members. And I couldn't pick it up then, but it was something that they all had in common. No matter, Crips, Blood, Blick, blah, this, that, even the Mafia. They had a commonality. So my theory that the gangs came about from meeting in after school or detention and stuff like that was kicked out the window, because the Mafia and stuff like that, you're talking about grown people, though they start young. But there was that one commonality, one thing, one trait that all the gangs had in common. Something they all did the same way, did all the time. They understood the structure of learning it, from when they were way, way, way young. From when they were way, way, way young. I couldn't see the commonality then. I knew it was something to bring an Italian African, an African American, even European Africans have this commonality, something in common that makes these games. And I'm going to tell y'all right after I read these little comments. It is humid down here, honey. This air is thick. Thick. I turned up the dehumidifier in the bathroom that was sucking up some of the moisture because it makes so much noise on the video. But as soon as this video is over, I will be switching that dehumidifier back on. Yes, y'all. Okay. Here we go. Yes, Yule loves you. Thank you. It's okay. Keep it up. Thank you. Yes, Lou. Oh, thank you. Right back at you. Yes, Lou. Oh. Yes, Eula loves you. Don't focus on what we cannot control. Focus. I can't control Christ. How y'all control Christ? How y'all control the God? To focus on Christ. Keep the faith. What? I can't control him. You said don't focus on things I can't control. I can't control Christ. I never have. So, thank you for your support, but you're kind of contradiction. You're kind of contradicting yourself. For surely, if I could control him, I would say, could you stop these European Africans from doing all this shit that they doing? Because this is damn ridiculous. But I can't. Thanks for coming on the wall. Thanks for your comments. So I said, oh, and I hope you're exercising. So I said, what is that one thing they all have in common? Sitting in them pews, sitting in them pews, and them cathedrals, and them churches, what is the other thing called? Synagogues. Yeah, they have things too. I go to Amish, they got gangs too. But the commonality is the cults. But going specifically to the gangs in Mount Vernon and African American gangs, their whole layout comes from the church. The pastor is the leader. They watch the leader for years in that pew. He has either assistant pastor or the mother of the church, but usually assistant pastor. So they see that layout. You gather them together, and I know from my own experience and being in a Southern Baptist church, we sing war songs. War songs. And the little kids jump up and sing war songs. And they march around. We're in God's army. They don't know anything. But the mothers and the fathers got them there, marching around with their little buddy. And then they become soldiers. But while they're in the church, they become soldiers for the cults. But when they look at it and see nothing but the structure of the cult in gang form, they leave and they form their own gang. One is at the top. They try to break it down to call it lieutenant, general, all that kind of stuff. But that's not where they got it from. Some are too young to even go into the army. So they didn't get it from there. They got it from sitting in those pews. Second, something's over my head. Pastor, wife, if you get big enough, you have like 2 assistant pastors. You have deacon boards that control stuff, but in the gangs they took that out. Just like the orange shit stain. At the top rule. Unlike the orange shit stain, in gangs, when they want to get to the top, they just unlight you. And then you go to the top. That's a common thing. These cults. Yeah. The structure of it, being together, calling each other's brother, brother, brother. I just got finished listening to a podcast. Oh, I'll get my Stephanie Sue, Rotten Mango. And she was talking about she was talking about that HBO show where they got 12 kids and 6 are like schizophrenic type mental, they have severe mental problems. And though this is not the reason, and it's genetic, the mental issue is genetic from inbreeding. It's going to come out of the wash. They said what don't come out in the wash, come out in the rinse. They just in the rinse cycle, and it's coming out. But when I listened to it, what caught my attention? A priest was essaying the boy, 10 boys and 2 girls. The mother said, oh my goodness, that's why the priest was trying to get close to me. He saw I had all those boys. So though him essaying the little boys didn't make them crazy, it was a trigger. So now you have gangs. What makes these gangs go together? Rectum bandits. The guy at the top is the key rectum bandit. Just like church. And you essay all the kids underneath you so you can control them. Just like church. They have a loyalty to you. Just like in church. The pastor, the priest, all of them. They're all cults. It's sex laden. I was like, wow. Wow. Ain't that something? So back to the gangs. So that's why they're brother in, brother out. That's why they cannot stand LGBTQ, because they're on the down low, brothers. been tapped by some religious or official male, mostly male, tapped in that ass. But it's a secret. But it's the secret that glues them together. So that's why they can go back and forth in jail. They make a lot of fuss. I don't have sex in jail. I don't have anal penetration in jail. I don't know why not. You have it when you're in the game. That's how they control you. They do it in the military. That's how they control you. How they bring you down and present themselves as being over you, higher than you. So that's the thing they have in common. Go into these cults, seeing how you can get money out of people from lying. The coldness. Just because you say you sweet don't mean you are. Just because you say you kind don't mean you are. Those things are said about you by other people. They were kind to me. They were patient with me. You say it to yourself, I'm kind. I know I'm damn kind. I'm goddamn patient. Hurry up, move. Just because you say it don't mean it is, but so I made that connection, and I'm so glad, because that's where the girls come from too. The deacons and stuff get hold of them. They preaching that man as invincible. So you're coming out of the congregation and you get your ass felt. Go figure. Go figure. But we're kind. We're great. We're gentle. I tell you right now, they make my life a living hell since I got here. Once I came to some kind of understanding, and I kept saying, no, they're sweet. No. They say love. I like to teach the world to sing. Hanging us, dragging us out of cars, throwing us in jail. And y'all better be on the lookout. How they call you Generation X, Z, y'all gonna find out. X and Z. The private jails are running low of prisoners. That's the one like the gangsters and stuff that they invest into. Then they make a rap record and then you go out there and shoot up the place, go to the jail. Anyway, the jails is empty. And the states promised the jails, the private jails, a certain amount of inmates. A certain amount of inmates, y'all. Now, the last time that happened, the judges started ordering little kids in the prisons. And it's happening again. So if they ain't dragging you out the war, they fitting to drag you in the jail. Because the state don't have that money to pay for empty cells. I don't know why you had to build all those prisons anyway, but I know it's an investment on the suffering and the destruction of life of us humans. So I get that. As long as it's money, he don't give a shit about us. I am stiff. Is there a storm somewhere? Because I stretched, y'all. Hold on. It's such little space here. And then I got the weight in my hand. Ugh, it looks awful muggy. The sun would have been out by now. I be looking at the video, I'm like, you grabbing a hold of this treadmill when you climbing on off for dear life. Because I'm trying to say, we're getting up here. We're walking. We're exercising. Ooh. Yeah, y'all. Gotta know your own mind. And if you exercise, you can squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. Trying to bring the in more and not up so high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Jail or war? But I don't think y'all know. Y'all so inbred. You like, oh, who do I shoot? You play video games and stuff like that, so y'all don't care, like I said. Until y'all laying on the ground in the desert with your blood leaking out of you, and you're breathing in sand, and your lungs is full of sand, and then you'll know. Or you'll be in jail being recommended. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. Respect is not so good for y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So, just like the old days. Again. That's all y'all had before. Either the army or jail. Well, look at here. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one for good luck. Yeah, y'all, yeah. I'll read your comments after the walk. I tell you, it's storming somewhere. Ooh, let's get this. I need you. That's the theme song of the public access I put together to teach the basis of chess through music, movement, and song. Yeah.
Almost first, babe, you got it. Square, straightforward.
Sung by our songstress Alexandra Rhoda.
Diagonally, just protect the king. Just protect the king. Just protect the king. Just protect the king. Rook moves horizontal and vertically. Forward and backwards, if you please. Must be an empty square. In between, capture the enemy. Capture the enemy.
Oh, ooh, the book. Yep.
Bishop moves diagonally, forward and backwards, a number of squares. One bishop moves on black, the other on white.
One bishop captures on black.
One bishop captures on black. One bishop captures on white. One bishop captures.
Our interlude. You can find this on Neighbors TV Chess Song. Ooh, the queen is the most powerful piece. She controls more squares than the others. Forward, backwards, diagonally, any number of squares. She cannot jump over pieces, so she can capture. Another interlude, that's me. Oh, 12 years ago. The knight jumps from
one square to another in an L shape. Maybe you got it. He crosses two squares in a straight line, and then one square either left or right, either left or right, either left or right, either left or right. The king is the most important piece.
though not the strongest
He can move one square
in any direction.
if he is not safe. Then you lose the game. King is in checkmate. King is in checkmate. King is in checkmate.
Oh,
King
I
is
got
in
more to go.
checkmate.
R-E-S-P-C-T, chess is an important game to me.
R-E-S-P.
S-P-C-T, champions is what you see. One team, one team, two reals, two nice chicks, don't take part, two boys. And boys and players, I covered everything. Keep on trying. And the Allegra dance troupe, line. We respect. Now, the basis of the show is that the song doesn't tell everything. Like it says, the pawn moves first. Babe, you got it. One square straight forward. But when you sit down the chessboard and you start the game, the pawn has the choice of moving two spaces. But that's just the initial start of the game. So it wasn't important enough for me to put it in the song. But if you go to Neighbors TV -chess song, you'll see that I have professional chess people talking about the moves that each one makes, the moves that the song leaves out. So if you say, oh, there's more, that piece does more. Yes, it does, but I couldn't fit in the song. So I got chess coaches on the video. I have chess master. At that time, the youngest chess master. I don't know if it's in the world or in the United States, but I'll find out because we did a show and we interviewed him. And his father. Another chess master. Oh gosh, Jackson. I just can't think of his first name now. I had him teaching strategy because the song doesn't teach you strategy. So the song basically just does teach the basics of chess. But then you have people, Neighbors TV -chess song, and you'll see all the old ones. Or you can look on this channel and you can find it under The Pawn Moves First, where I put it on podcast form, where I talk about the show Neighbors and producing it and on and on and on and on. It went from teaching the basics of chess still, but it started taking on social issues and putting yourself first as king. And that's why it was so easy for me to Well, we moved on from there. I'm just keeping my commitment to listen to the song during the chat, the gulping chat. But we ain't doing that subject no more. So I'll be having a new episode of the Pawn Moves First, which is the podcast of about neighbors, out in September. And then I'll be back on the grind every month again. Because, whew, this was the energy crazy Juneteenth libation pour. Oh man, that was wild. That Jim Beam aged. Them old war horses came back. I had no idea. I'm like, I just do this every year. Even when I wasn't walking, I just bought my libations every year. But somehow, with all the energy and stuff going on, when I poured it this year, that energy came in like a storm. That vibration was so high. Whew. That's over. Okay, here comes the belch. Now, I know I was told it's not polite to belch in public. It's not good to belch. There's all kind of medication to keep you from belching. But somehow when you're a little baby, or you have a little baby, the most important thing for me was to get the gas out of my daughter. For her to belch, fart, whatever it took to get that gas out. So now I grow up. The gas is still there. But I'm a lady. I'm not supposed to belch. I'm a lady. I'm not supposed to fart. And especially if you're in a relationship, they tell you right away. That's why you see all these extended bellies and shit. Oh no. This woman out here will never belch, expend any kind of gas around their intimate partner. Then they'll get all blown up. And that gas is pressure in the body. You gotta let that pressure out, just like you do with a child. After I finish doing my floor mats, you should hear me. I'll be letting out some really good belches. When I get finished stretching on that floor, and even when I'm hanging, man, when I finish that, woo, I'll be like, dang, that was a nice one. I got this bug in my area. You know? So, and the only time that I can really gulp down water like this is in the summer. So even though now we start on our second month of throwing back water, and if y'all like me, water is boring. Touch a lemon, little drop of agave, it doesn't matter. Water is boring, but it's what the body needs. And I mean, I can drink it. I drink water all the time, but I can't like throw it back like this, because especially in the wintertime, I throw it back and it comes straight through. That's the age I'm at. But in the summertime, not so much. My body's like, thank you, because I've been sweating. So, you know, this little gulp and then the other little water you drink is getting us through the summer. I'm cool with you. I ain't got no beef. I'm like, okay, because I ain't got no beef with you either. Oh, I'm like, that's when I talk to myself. I ain't got no beef with you. I ain't got no beef with you either. I was talking to you all that time. Oh yeah. Let me see. But I was on the floor this morning for at least a good 15 minutes. And I got some really good belches. So I can understand if nothing's moving there. Okay, who is this? There you go. Just hanging up there. Me and the bugs. Hey y'all, thanks for coming on the walk. Thanks for your support. I'm going to read your messages now. And let's see. Okay, he said, haha, can't control price. He can't even control up. He, you done said it. He can't even control us. Louis, she don't date 24-year-olds. It's sad, man. What has this world come to? Louis, you are too sweet. Andres. You're all right. You're all right, Andres. If that gets you through the day, you hold on to that. Hey, y'all. Hey. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise with me. And again, I say thank you for my new subscribers. And I hope y'all working out with me. So I start stiff when I'm on the treadmill. But when I go upstairs, I start loosening up a little bit. And by the afternoon, I can do a lot of stuff. So don't let this deter you. It's just like you're loosening yourself up for the day. Thanks for coming on the walk. Mwah. Love ya. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks for coming on the walk.